Guys, and welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope you will stay. Espero que te quedes. So today I'd like to go over the reflexives with you. So reflexive verbs in Spanish to make sure you understand what they are, how you conjugate them, and the difference between a normal verb and a reflexive verb. So first of all, what we're going to look at is what it is. What is it? How do you know the difference? So we identify a reflexive verb by the SE that they end in. So cuidarse, for example, ends in SE. And what does it do? Well, it tells us that we're talking about oneself, okay? Something you normally do to yourself rather than have somebody else do it to you. The verbs whose direct object is the same as the subject. Perfect example is I wash myself. Okay, you do it yourself to yourself. Okay, so that's basically what a reflexive verb is. Okay, so everyone will know this because it's on our list of words to learn in Spanish. And as we know, the se, we have to change it around according to what subject we're talking about. So this is how I learned it when I was at school. I love to repeat things because by repeating things, I feel as though it stays with you. I used to do this. Me se, no so se. Obviously, this is Spanish, like Castellano from Spain. I know in Latin countries they put se here for ustedes, but because we use vosotros, that's why this is os instead of se again, okay? Métese, no so se. And what I used to remember is this. Mete, okay? Métese con nosotros. Like an acronym. It is an acronym, okay? Métese, con's not here. Métese, nosotros. Métese con nosotros. This is where, remember the order of it, okay? So yo being me, tú, te, elo, ella, he or she, we, which is nos, nosotros, herself, vosotros, and ellos or ellas, ellos y ellas. So this is the order. I, you, he or she, we, you plural, and they. Okay? So, for example, you take the verb lavarse, you take off the se, and in a sentence, what you do with the se, you put it to the front. So, you move the position. So you would start with this. You'd choose the subject. So let's choose the first person plural, nosotros, which is we. Okay? So we would be nosotros nos lavamos las manos. Okay? So this would literally be we are washing our hands. Okay? So make sure you put the se converted to the subject you're looking for, which is here, before you put the verb. So it's basically the subject here will be nosotros, yeah? And then the conjugated verb here. Right? So normally it's that subject, pronoun, and the conjugated verb. Right. I would like to have a little look at what we call the reciprocal reflexive verb. And basically, as it says in the name, it just means that it's something that it's in a plural form, basically, and you do it to each other. Okay? So, for example, you take a verb like conocer, conocerse, yes? And you would use it, it would show that you're talking about two people who are receiving the action mutually. So, mis padres se conocen desde la niñez. Okay? So, my parents known each other since childhood. Okay? They've known each other. So, this each other, in English, it would be necessary to say each other. But in Spanish, you don't need the each other because the se implies that it's those two, the people mentioned, which would be my parents. It could be Juan y María se conocen. The names that you've mentioned share the verb. Okay, they're receiving it from each other, so they've known each other since. Okay, Tom y Jerry se pelean todos los días. So both Tom and Jerry, they fight each other every day, but we don't need to say that each other because this is what this say implies. Okay, right. Nos saludamos todos los días. Nos saludamos, going back to here, which would be we greet each other. Okay, so it's not just me greeting you, you greet me as well. So I'm receiving the action that you're giving me, the same action. It's like, peleamos. I'm not fighting on my own, we're fighting each other. But we don't have to put the each other in Spanish because the se, okay, the se, this section here is telling us who is doing the action. And in the reflexive, it's either me doing it to myself or you and me doing it to each other mutually. Okay? Lots of times you're going to see verbs without the se and with the se. You have to remember that the se changes the meaning a lot, so you have to learn what both meaning actually stand for when you see these common verbs. For example, levantar. ¿Qué significa levantar? Levantar means pick up something. Levanta la silla, okay? Pick up the chair. Levanta la tapa, okay? Pick it up, pick up the lids. Whereas levantarse means to get up. So you have to be very careful that you don't get them mixed up and you use the reflexive when you need to. So you need to know the difference between both. Caer, to fall. Caerse is to fall down or to fall over. Or, I'm sure you've seen this, caerse bien, that expression is very common. To get on well with someone. Caerse bien con alguien. Right? Y el último, negar is to deny something. Negarse is to refuse. So, me niego a aceptar los resultados. Okay? I refuse to accept the results. Me niego. Okay? Me niego a ello. Vamos a ver. Si esto te cuesta un poco, pues lo que tenemos que recordar es eso. El orden, métese con nosotros. Meterse con alguien, aquí en España, significa to bug somebody, to get on somebody's nerves. Okay, métese con nosotros, to remember the order. And I do emphasize this because I had loads of problems with this, especially in lower school. I could never remember the order of this. So if you try to remember this, métese con, take the con out, nosotros. And hopefully that will help you. If you're having any issues with this and you still don't know when to use it, do let me know and I will try my very, very best to explain a little bit further. I hope this was helpful and hasta la próxima vez. Y si todavía no habéis suscrito al canal, por favor, do it down below and until the next time, chicos. Adiós.